Hi Libra, this is Rebecca from Being Human Tarot, and I'm here with your July 2018 forecast, which is going to consist of a 5-card spread with your current state, your task at hand for the month, your challenges for the month, your strength for the month, and ultimately your goal for the month. So, to get right into it, right now, where you are in the position of number 1, you have the 4 of Swords, which is a very chill, relaxed place to be. So maybe you just came back from vacation, or sorry, there's a bit of outside noise, or maybe you are about to go on vacation, and so you're very excited about that. And it's not the kind of vacation where you're doing a lot. It's not like a trekking through Peru kind of vacation. It's lying by the ocean kind of vacation, which is fine. Or maybe if you didn't just have one or are not expecting vacation, number 1, I apologize, because everyone should have a vacation soon. I feel like I've talked to so many people lately who are just completely burnt out, and it's summer. But anyway, getting a little off topic there. If the vacation does not resonate for you, it could be that you've just been a little bit antisocial lately. Maybe you've been feeling like a homebody, and it's just been easier to stay home and rest, and maybe even just text friends rather than go out with them, because you're mentally tired. You're mentally tired and you need a break. Your task for this month is strength. So, strength is visually a pretty beautiful card. Well, I mean, like, also not visually, just what it represents is also beautiful, but I do really love this image of the woman with, like, the lion's head in her hands, and he's just sort of, like, affectionately licking her. It's like that YouTube video of the guy who, I mean, it's not like this, but it sort of reminds me of this. The guy who, like, trained this lion growing up, and then they were, like, eventually, you went and, like, let the lion go so that he could live in wildlife, and then they were reunited, and there's this, like, clip from the 70s or something of, like, them being nervous because they're like, oh my gosh, is the lion gonna get him? But then the lion starts running towards him, but then they end up just, like, hugging, and it's like such a, like, over the top kind of, like, Disney moment thing, but also, like, very touching. Anyway, so that's so your task at hand this month is to have that strength and courage to embrace the lion that you trained from a young age and are not sure if it's too wild and will feel like tearing you apart. That's super clear, right? So, but you know what? I mean, just to try to finally get back on track to what I'm talking about, is so you are in this 4 of Swords state where you're pretty mentally taxed, right? And your task for the month is to be strong. To be strong mentally, I think, more than anything. Which I guess is the primary way that we tell people to be strong. It's not like we're running around saying, like, you need to be strong, hit the gym. But it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot because it's a major, and there are other cards in the deck that could have pointed this out as being your task for the month without it being the strength card itself. And so it's going to go, this month is going to require a lot of strength. And I mean, I think on the plus side, because you've been resting, you're ready for it. You can do it. That's going to be okay. For your difficulties this month, you have another major. Death. And death in the difficulty position, I mean, it, like, now that it's right after your task being strong, I mean, these two go hand in hand in those kinds of positions in this reading, because you're going to need to let go of something in your life, and it's not going to be easy. Sometimes we let go of things and it feels great, right? Like a relationship comes to an end that you knew you were in too long, you're definitely ready to be out of it. You guys break up and it can feel like so freeing. In this placement, I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit harder than that. You could be giving up something that you're really mourning the loss of. So, which is why you're being called to be this strong, to be Major Arcana Lion, strength strong, for whatever it is that you're going to lose this month. And it's going to be okay. Again, like I think with the strength showing up as your task, and well, I mean, we haven't gotten to the position of your strengths for this reading yet. You've got the strength card as your task, but yeah, it's not going to be easy with this placement of death. But in the position of strength, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which I would say is really whatever's going on. I get a sense that it's sort of a big personal life thing, and I think that it's not related to work, because I almost see this placement of the Eight of Pentacles as a strength, in that work is going to be a good distraction for you at this time. So whatever it is that you're leaving behind, and also, I didn't mean to sound so ominous when I was saying that it's going to be hard, but it's also something you need to leave behind. So even though it's a more difficult thing to put behind you, as I always say for death is actually, sorry, I keep holding this up. As I always say for death is actually rebirth. And so it's really you're getting the chance to start again without this, without whatever it is you're losing, and you're going to be just fine. You're going to be okay. And you're going to deal with all of that by finding strength in your work. By also, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can find strength before I go on to that particular work aspect. One way to be strong is through others, and so particularly if you're going through a loss, it's really important that you connect with friends and family, or even coworkers, or whomever it is that you find a lot of understanding and love. And sorry, there's a baby crying outside on the street, so you might be picking up on that. But I lost my train of thought, so I'm just gonna but having the Eight of Pentacles as your strength is, you're gonna be doing really well at work this month, and throwing yourself into it as a good distraction is all I was saying. And I think I said before, so I'm being a little repetitive, so I will move on to your final card, which is your goal this month, which is the Nine of Wands. And so I feel like a lot of these cards are actually kind of telling the same story, with maybe the exception of the where you are. Because this is another card that's very similar to strength. Not as powerful as strength, because it's a major, and the Nine of Wands is a minor, but this is like, you're tired, you've been persistent for a while, and then in addition to that, you're gonna have to experience a setback in the form of a loss this month. So your goal is to really keep going, to see, because this is a 9, right? So you're done. You have gone through the whole chain of events leading up to this. This isn't something that's going to follow you forever and ever. I mean, it's already leaving, and then you just have to make sure that you're staying strong, that you're focusing on work, to just get through it. And then you're gonna be, I mean, you're still standing tall. Like, you're a little bruised, you're a little banged up, but you're standing tall and you totally got this. So I know that's not the cheeriest reading for July, but I mean, it's nothing you can't handle, and whatever you're losing is going to be something that needed to leave your life. And so it's a very positive thing, and it's a positive thing that you have the Strength card on your side, because it's just showing, you know, these cards that you ended up getting are just proof positive that you have what it takes to get through whatever's going on. And you have good distractions, right? You have good distractions through work. You're also starting out the month in this repose where you're rested and you're ready for what's ahead of you. So that's your reading for July, Libra. If you liked the video or enjoyed what you got out of this, I guess it's not the most likable reading of all time, but it's not bad either. Like, you're totally on course for better things. But if you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. We would love if you decided to subscribe, so that, and then if you hit the bell next to the subscribe button, you'll get notified as soon as we upload a new batch of videos, which we do before the 1st of every month, to make sure that you got enough time to see what's ahead of you for that month. And that's it. Thanks, Libra. I will now pause this, and then I'll unpause it like once it's focused on the actual spread, so that you can see it all together, because sometimes that's a little bit more helpful than me just sort of bringing up the cards. Okay. Bye, Libra. So here are all of the cards in your spread. Thanks for tuning in. See you next month.